billions of years ago, there was a nebula in space which has long since gone. In it were the building blocks of the bright lights in the sky called stars. The process of a nebula creating a star only takes around 100 million years from its humble beginnings of a protostar to become a fully fledged main sequence star. But this star in particular is one we are all familiar with, the Sun. Our Sun's surface radiates heat at a temperature of around 5,600 Celsius, and its core is almost 3,000 times hotter than its surface. But when it was a protostar, it was a lot cooler. All the gas and material from its origin nebula had to come together to give the Sun enough material to be able to burn hot enough. The material formed a disk around the Sun, called a protoplanetary disk. And 99% of the material from the disk went into the Sun, while the other 1% go into the planets, asteroids and comets in our solar system. Eventually, after a lot more time had passed, about 4.6 billion years, the Sun is where it is at today in its life. It is known as a G2V class star and burns a white-yellow colour, and is part of the main sequence of stars. For stars the size of our Sun, this period of its life lasts around 10 billion years, where it will then become known as a red giant. Red giants form when stars stop burning hydrogen in the process known as fusion, and begins to fuse helium instead. This leads to the star expanding and becoming much, much larger and much cooler. Scientists have estimated that when our Sun eventually expands, it will engulf the two most inner planets of our solar system, Mercury and Venus. In the red giant phase, the star slowly loses its outer layers as the force produced by gravity is unable to hold on to its outer gases. In the red giant phase, the star slowly loses its outer layers as the force produced by gravity is unable to hold on to the outer gases. This results in the formation of beautiful planetary nebulas. Once a planetary nebula has dissipated, it leaves behind a white dwarf star. Going back a few billion years to that nebula we saw earlier, it wasn't just forming the Sun, but other stars as well. Our Sun is relatively average size compared to other stars, but when we look at the biggest stars, we find their life cycles are a little different. Massive stars begin their lives very similarly. They form from a protostar born from the depths of a stellar nebula. These stars acquired much more material than our Sun, however, and this allows them to burn brighter in the sky and in an astonishing blue colour. As these stars age, they will also lose their outer layers and expand, becoming red supergiants, and eventually they will collapse in a spectacular explosion known as a supernova. These explosions are so bright that we can see them happening from Earth, in galaxies millions of light years away. After this stellar explosion, one of two things can happen: the formation of a rapidly spinning neutron star, or the formation of one of nature's greatest unknowns, a black hole.